Good evening, folks. It's 21:59 on the 8th day, 12th month, 2022. Well, I was trying to time this for 10 o'clock. I came in on time, I think. Better to be early. So, what I'm looking at now is uh, the 3 days of the condor. I've been seeing this coming. And this low's going to perk because there's nowhere for it to go. Yeah, this is, that's your access stops at the international date line. And a place of interest here is, of course, I'm going to go a quick run of Fiji backwards around these days because they've got quite a bit of rain coming for a good period of time. As just the very convections of the movement of the air from a big beam is going to perk something here. Just the flows themselves, though, it's a sustained thing. And as I'm jumping backwards in time, you'll see it. And their totals is going to be a bit high. So Fiji heads up, and this off the shore could very soon be right on top of you. So we're going to keep an eye out, ain't we? Because that's over half a meter. But you're pretty assured to see some of these amounts over the next 10 days. Okay, so Fiji, I'm giving you your first heads up on this event, and I'm watching your backs as always. Yep. So well, there's a lot of diversion happens here from weather devices that cause a lot of demise everywhere else. So I think it's your turn now. Oneness will be oneness. May the cleansing of those machines occur. May Dothraki give you a proper warning ahead of time, and if he doesn't, shame on him. Because I'm watching now. Okay, there's your first warning, Fiji. Okay? And your event's starting fairly soon. And it's going to be long and sustained over the next 10 days. Okay? So you get the same 3-day countdown coming for you. You guys had a wild ride Australia last night, didn't you? All right, I'm going to go right back to the rain and thunder. And let's turn some of these the penis particles here in I'm going to keep the pressure on because it's very relevant to your forecast that's coming. So I'm going to let this roll out. These are a lot of winds out here at sea. Very, very windy. And that's not going anywhere anytime soon. That's going to kind of park there for a few days. It's going to be your steering currents. I'll get back to that stat. This is you right now, New Zealand. I'm going to roll you for a moment because I don't want you to feel left out either. Big rumblers coming in off the sea and toward New Plymouth today. This is your wild ride of the day, and it's just going to get so wet over the main island of New Zealand. And the New Plymouth acting like the old Plymouth is going to be soggy. And it's just going to be continuous for days. You're just going to get streamer after streamer as this what I will call a gear is going to just sit in place and spin. And as it spins, it's kicking cold up and in. And it's bringing that up and down. So cold to them, warm moist to you where it's already got some cold. And it's a natural recipe for storms. Add the chem bombs and the EMF, and you'll have a whole nother situation. I haven't rolled this yet, so I don't usually, so maybe I can catch him off guard. There's definitely a beam coming down here. Hey, a little data left out, nothing to see here going on. That's what that is where they leave the date off. And it looks like nothing has changed in an hour. Ain't nothing to see here. This was a little unexpected from me. But I could always go to their GeoNet. You want to bust their balls now? See, that pissed me off. And when you piss me off, I'll go to another source. Well, let's see if this one has any data. Yeah, he went there. He got a radar for everyone. So let's have a look. What they hiding? What's going on over the last hour? I definitely seen a beam popping out here into the Bay of Plenty. And we got one crisscrossing over from Canterbury. It's active. A beam popping down here. See it? I can click on one and it goes a little bit closer in. You definitely got a beam swath coming. Canterbury's active as they would say in New Zealand. It's active as. Yeah, lots of beaming and pulsings going on here. Christchurch got a beam active here. Look, you got lots of crisscrossings going through your mountains. So one of these is a fjord kind of looking area that always gets a reflection in it because of the shape of it. Even go with that. But when you get the crisscrossing, the right turn Clyde's going on, that's geoengineering going on there for you. Hello, Kaikoura. Like you need a beam pointed at you with all the activity going on. So there's a lot of energy's been put in place. Now see if we can go up to the top one, the top island. Back, 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 back. Yeah, let's see what's on the north. So I just click one of these. They usually give me the North Island, and I'm just using the Met service. And they'll stop showing this soon. Why? Because look what I just did. See if we can go down a little bit and get more of it to show. I want to see what they're doing here. Look at that square form and a beam coming out right from Blenheim. Blenheim's active. See how that line just stayed in place? There's that beam coming down again from there. Let's zoom across and see if we could pick up Hamilton's. Might give me the top of the island. Well, that's good enough for me. Bzzz. See, that's coming all the way from the tip of the island down. Hey, Auckland, what are you up to? What you up to, Auckland? Shall we find out? That's more than likely Northland. If it's shooting down a straight line like that, it's pointing at Northland. See if we can bust them. It's very faint. You can just see it here. I don't like geoengineering. Have you picked up on that? Hey, Mimic, how you doing? Bzzz. This had a unique effect. It took the storm here that had a lot of concentrated moisture, and it shattered it. And now all of it's dissipated out into a big misty cloud, and it's headed your way, Australia. So that's easy to manipulate now. Voomp. And this drove this one in and drove this one a little bit more north, so it's going to track more toward Alaska. And the more I've analyzed the full image, you see how it finally points to Alaska, and one of the first pulses comes from Alaska with a receiving point here. Herp is an intricate role in this beam. Absolutely convincing. You get a receiver here down in Antarctica as to pick up and relay a signal. Boom, boom. This is a highly coordinated pulsing event here, and it took a supercomputer to do it. I don't think there's any man on the planet is capable of such a geoengineering move without creating complete chaos with these storms. They fuck around wrong. They're gonna make one of them super ones like you seen in that movie. Yeah, the day after tomorrow. They could do that. They get 3 of these going wrong, and they screw up one of these beams. This is bad. And so all this manipulation of all this that's going to be the inundation of Fiji and all that's clearly caused by this big beam. See how it drove everything down around them? Boop, changed all the dynamics of this river. Making another... If this came down here, everything coming this way is going to ride up that site. The moisture coming that way has nowhere to go. So it's going to start to ride there. This ain't got nowhere to go. It's got to spin in place. This nearly his... That side got nearly nowhere to go, but that's now dissipated, so it's just free-flowing moisture, so it's free to move this entire river down because it's got place to go. Yep. Seen this move before. I want to see what's coming off Africa. This is important. Right, the streamer from this one's picked up the sand in Africa and is coming our way, so we're going to get some snows. We absolutely are going to get some snow in the UK. Some of the totals I'm seeing in the next 10 days are showing over a foot of snow. And in some spots, yeah, it's kind of high. Right, back to the wonderful world of Windy. And let's see the quick flight across. Yeah, we're back. Right, today's active, incredibly, cells are coming through here. There's a line of EMF. It's been sent up here. It's made a beam swath right here. I don't see how this line of storms is not going to create some rain as it comes. They're not showing any in their forecast, and I'm not understanding that at all. It does not make sense because all the dynamics are say that that's going to be a hell of a line of storms coming across toward Canberra. So the glitches are going to do the determinants on that one. So we'll have a look at those, and we're going to have a look at the bombaciousness now. I have some really nice jewelry for sale if anybody's interested. A few pieces left the house this morning and are on their way. I get stuff in the mail as quick as I can. I mean, try not to hold against me what happened when I was like kicked out of a country and I couldn't be there. I had my mail and stuff. Try not to hold too much on John South. She was in tears and absolutely destroyed at the time, and just some things got mixed up. I think I made it up to everybody. Boom, 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 boom. One guy sent him his stuff 3 times. He kept sending it back. I think he just wanted money. Yeah. He acted very rude. And so I'll say about that. Won't even tell you his name today. Look at the boom boom plums over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3 there. 1, 2, 3 there. Big plume here with a big circle and there's something going on. Some horsing around over Horsham and the bending the dingo over again. And here comes the old toxic air for. I don't know what the heck to call that. I'll do all Star Wars. Ichuta. Ichuka. Ichuka and my something else if they don't stop doing this. Bombing everybody over here with chemicals, creating straight line clouds and for great distance over the not so mild Dordan area where they're flooding out toxic ponds full of fracking evaporativenesses. You're talking about dead trees around these evaporation pools. Nobody's talking about the plumes that come off them, the amount of methane that comes off of these things. And the methane's considered a high one of those greenhouse gases that they used to blow smoke up our asses about needing new taxes for green things. Yeah, I ain't mentioning the methane. I feel sorry for the people living around there. The fumes alone when they're downwind's got to be giving them headaches, burning skin lesions, all sorts. It's been known to happen around fracking sites. Known. Ask the people around Oklahoma how they're feeling. Oklahoma not feeling so okay. And go look at the map of what it looks like. So no wonder what all that stuff was. I was watching a video on that. Go look on my wall. See what they're doing. See what they're doing to your aquifer. Yeah. But hey, when it comes to toxifying water, who makes the money? Nestle. Because they're going to have their bottled product. So there's a vested interest to even have them push for the laws of that to happen. Ain't just going to have an added chemtrail go in the opposite direction. It'll flow away. Still there, spreading out, still in the sunshine. There went one flight, came along, whammo. And it spread out as it went all the way across. It did not dissipate like a contrail should. Did not dissipate. Still there. 10 minutes. Still there. Now, it should have dissipated by now by definition. It's still there. Not a condensation trail. Not a condensation trail anymore. Spreading out and still in your sunshine. Still stealing your sunshine. Still there. It's getting wider. Still there. Getting wider. Not gone away yet. A lot of clicking going on here. 10 minutes each day. This son of a bitch is still around for an hour. It's moving across the country. It's cunting you. Hey, telling you, man, chemtrails are real. They're not dissipating. And therefore, that means there's pollution. And pollution is against the law. It's littering in the sky. And in a way, it's littering in disguise. You can't hide from the skies, and you damn sure can't disguise from my eyes what you're doing in the skies. Now look at this shit. Big square down low, bombs going off all over the fucking place. And it's just here. Over the wine country. Enjoying your organic wine. And that's so organic in my eyes when I see fallout. Over your grapes. How your grapes feeling? Hemorrhoidal yet? My God, look at that. 1, 2, 3 plumes here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Doing the masochism tango. Anybody like Tom Lear? If you don't, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's a clever cunt if I ever heard one. Hey, we got a beam line here through here to here along the SWAT to where they want a railroad. There should be a railroad. Hey, got a lot of cobalt out there. That'll make some batteries. Hey, there's a forest out here they could deforestate, but there's something underneath that they want. You expecting no earthquakes when they start that stuff? Now, I have to take that into happen. Somebody says there's earthquakes around here. You've been doing some fracking around here. That's what causes some shit. You had the beams today, and you got a problem. I know, the Preston Road one over here, Blackpool's, it kicked off one of the chimney stacks came down. They shut it down. Oh, you got one of those zipper formations here. Somebody came along and deployed some bombs over the Carpinteria area. Ain't a factory out here. That's chem bombs. Stealing my joy. How dare they? Bunch of pigtails being told far too often. Hey, that's a good name right there. Do-Maggie. Or Do-Maggie. Who did Maggie? What did they do? Why was she mad? Ulugarang. Good name. Yeah, some great name here. At least I'm not seeing nothing too racial. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bombs in a big circle there just to make you know it's something different. Hey, aim here with the laser. Boom, 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 boom. Eee! Boom, 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 boom. My reef. Boom! Right out here. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, and a 2. They dropping a dose over the reef. Where you're going to get is further storms today. I'm just doing the backwards bit so it all loads. I'll do it like that. It'll load quicker. Big wave of some crap going up the coast here. Hi. Here's your taxifiers from the Toxic Flyers. And a bombing for Ingham and a bomb for Townsville. Here a bomb, there a bomb. Everybody bomb. All right, big microwave pulse goes out here. There's a gravity wave, man. Right over a radar station. That's a hell of a pulse. Bzzz. Pulsations. If it was going east to west, I would say it was just sun rays. This is a big-ass pulse. Simultaneous pulsation over a vast area. Pulsations of moisture. Somebody said I sounded dirty. How about now? Oh my, would you look at this stuff going all over the country, just covering it with this white stuff. It's just shooting out all over your skies. Look at this. Bubbling towards you. Hey, Higgins, you can draw a dick out here. There's the bell. Do bonkers. I mean, really, you had Crazy Frag. This is like Crazy Boiled Frag. His song is quiet. Bomb it a bomb, 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 bomb. Baby da beam, beam, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, no. Let's try not to stick. Let's go Crazy Frog in your head. Why did he do it? Bomb it a bomb, bomb, beam, beam. Bomb it a bomb, bomb, boom, boom, boom. Bomb it a bomb, bomb, beam, beam. Them motherfuckers need to stop. Boom! In the Birdsville. Let's give them all the bird. This is disgusting. Just a parade of crap. From Darwin to Cascade. Have it. Here's a big plume. Creepy death. In Australia, farts back. Chemtrail. Chemtrail. The cascade of chemical toxicity descending upon Australia shall stand and face the hounds of hell and chemtrailing you all to hell as you breathe this air. They breathe it too and have access to health care denied to me and you. They can offset their carbon while flying private jets and talk about a 15-minute walk in neighborhoods that we live in for the rest. That's just, I have assembly line factories that take 10 minutes to walk across. Am I going to give us a tent in the parking lot? Some of these smart cities that sound not too smart for society. But they go good on a tax dollar. Since when does the government have to make money off its citizenry? Is it supposed to be like a profit free? You say, hey, we're losing money. Of course you are. Where's our tax dollars? And an entitlement should never be called a benefit. If you pay somebody your tax dollars when you retire to get it ain't a benefit. There shouldn't be no stipulations. And when no stipulations when they took it, other than they're going to have it. Well, you know what? You're going to have this, and you're going to have that until you make it stop. And now I'm going to look at some of your totals of what they've got planned for you. And here's the weather plan. 3 days to get ready. And you're going to get a smack, according to ECMF, in a nice rectangular line with a curve. I guess that's a radar pulse line. Now to do this move, you're going to have glitch, full line here. Absolute full line. Big pulses all along. This whole corridor is going to have to shut down to do this move. There's no other way you could do it. Has to shut this down and bring it in from the tropics and bring this around the corner. So expect the glitches to get full line, including the big pulsar. Yeah. Because all they want to do is boom, 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 and a plum, plum in your butt. And that mine. And dude, mine over here different. Now, Excess really is you get a big fuck line. This is a big fuck line for Brisbane. And this is deep concern for the trough. For the forests that they want. For the fracking fields of Queensland and the virgin forest that they want to rape. That must be thwarted. And as more heavy totals are predicted for this area, it's nearly undenied by all the major services. Icon is that don't go as far as is needed for your full totals, and you're full of shit on that one. Full of shit as Kiss says, you're wrong. Are you going to place bets on your where it's going to snow for New Year's? For Christmas bet, no snow London's. It's a pretty good bet. Everybody's betting snow London, betting no snow. I looked at all the details. I don't see how it's going. It's the only time of year I'm allowed to bet on the weather. Right, a lot of this is going to come fairly quick. Right? 3 days. Boom to boom. Right? It's coming like now. It's being plumed up now. Now is when they're moving the moisture. Now is when they're laying the chem. Now they're setting you up for the big move so we can look at the chemtrails and tell what's going to happen. They're deploying it now. Okay? This is where it's going to start. And as we watch it go along over the next couple days, you'll see exactly where it's going to go. Because they'll show you 2 days ahead of time where it's going to be next. Yeah, this is where you easy reading, because I know that's going to park there. It has to. There's nowhere for it to go. The high pressure on the other side of New Zealand is just parked. Hey, Tassie, I'm forgetting about you. Nah, not quite. Because you got a bunch of bombs coming your way, and you guys going to have a roaring storm. And guess what you're going to have? You're going to have a little snow action. Yeah, you're going to get a little bit. Isn't this amazing? Our wonderful planet. Our not so wonderful weather planners, though. Yeah, just having a big trough. And yeah, they're going to copy on the weekends. So your 10-day totals are consistently high. How your lungs feeling? You got a lot of moles growing on your wall? Are they going away? Is anything drying? It's summertime right now. You shouldn't have algae growing on the trees. And I'm getting reports of that. Anybody who cleans pools, are you finding a blue layer near the bottom, but not quite touching the bottom all on its own? I need to know this. And if you do, can you scoop some of it up and test it for barium, please? Barium can mimic symptoms that act like cystic fibrosis, causing the long strand mucuses in the hardnesses that a lot of us have been experiencing in our eyes and our coffins. And barium is, if we know about it, then possibly we could do something. And maybe we need to get our hair checked for barium exposure, because I'm hearing reports of this color stuff, and that's what it sounded like to me. That it needs further investigation. Okay? I think you won't get every bit as sick through there. I ain't totally agreeing with this one. Because your higher total should be up north. Up here. In the box. They want the box, man. They're coming for your fucking box. And this time again. Looks like it's again. It's this wooden buying at the Cuyahoga corridor here. There's something here they want. Especially through here. Because they already burned that forest. They burned and they tried to drought these people out here in Warwick. Now they got too much freaking water. They went from one to the other. And you guys are going to have a bit of difficulties with a lot of water heading your way. Because this stream here heads that way. That heads that way. But this heads to you. This heads to you. Right? You got some bottomland here. So I have a bit of a concern for Warwick. And you are fucked right here. Fucked. Hey, Nabby. Go tell them they're fucked. A labor, and I suggest some lubricant for that. You will not get labor. Well, it's nice not to see you guys in the red. Boo! A lot of your totals are coming over the next couple days too. Yeah, you're gonna be raining in 3 days. I don't see why that says that. Oh, it's not good. All this runs to Brisbane. And you, when you just sing this song, Rabdi says you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked, you're fucked. Gatton, you're fucked. Forest Hill, you're fucked. Lately, you're fucked. Everything along this creek line is fucked. Or is this the highway? Oh, thank God. So only thing that's fucked is when it goes over the bridge. Hey, that looks like lowland. You're fucked. Gatton, you're fucked. Right along the railroad track. Oh, yeah. A lot of creeks coming in, too. Yeah, watching a golf club go under ain't gonna hurt my feelings. None. Hey, go be a big swimming pool here, eh? Go plant some rice while you got a chance. Ah, these poor folks. It's heartbreaking seeing these coming. Ask. Near these lakes. Oh, yeah, you got a big convergence here, too. And a bit of a valley. Yeah, guys, get ready. It's Sandy Creek. Gonna be Muddy Creek. Yep, get secure your vestments in your houses of worship. Make sure your pet stores are have your pets well attended and get your stuff up on higher ground. You're gonna have a problem. What a shame. I have to report this again. I wish the pressure would change with the week. It helps. So, from the look at it, they're pushing the tundra this way. Actually, they're pulsing it up. That's a pulse up. The open end of the funnel's here. Open end of that funnel's pouring this way. Ah, Robert. See, 3 different pulses. Open end of the funnel is here and a cap off here. So you can read the plan and predict the glitch. There are a bunch of ding-dongs that they can't think I can predict a glitch. Oh my gosh. I can predict a glitch like fuck. Oh, gloom, despair, and agony on Oswald. Deep, darting boom, booming, pluming over the. If it Or for geoengineer, they'd be the lucky country to have great weather again. Ah! Boom and plume in this agony on thee. Boom! So they're setting you up, and here comes the sickness, puff after puff after puff. And it's not the magic dragon either. Nah, they're dragging their asses. The agenda's coming right behind them, and they could give a monkey's toss if you agree with it or not. But geoengineering must not be allowed. The toxification of his waters must not be allowed. The continuous flooding, intentionally, of people must not be allowed. That's not bad marriage. I have a good dinner. And I'm just going to let this roll and let you see what's coming up. All right, into Saturday. We'll give you access. The big action is going to start over in the Nunt. Or the Vint. The Vintage Vunt. Don't even pay no attention. It's just a big spinning rumbler. It's going to dump a bunch of hail. Nah, funnels down. Pulse. Nucleate. In comes the cold. In comes the that. Here comes the bomb. And now you're going to have high holy lightning hell. Oh, yeah. The 3,000 mile long front. Some snow in the mountains. Cold air drops. Cold air mixes, and you've got the recipe for disaster. Yep, so easy to do, isn't it? You just geoengineer it. Unbelievably so. Heavy storms through Monday night. As you keep people awake and stressing them out, dissing their ease. Now, these storms are surprising when they kick off at night that heavy. It should be during the daytime when that's happening. But when you're mixing cold air up from Antarctica so regularly into this area during the summertime, then you know man-made weather is not only real, it's being done. It's not just a proposal, it's an ongoing experiment that you yourself have not personally consented to. I have not consented to it. The whales have not consented. The forest does not consent to that or be afraid or any of that. And while I personally see, why are you fricking stuff when you're telling us you're going electric and you're trying to get away from that kind of stuff? It's just a bunch of bullshit lies to make corporations money and to cost you your health and to cost my trees their very existence in the soils that they can inhabit to become uninhabitable for any life at all. And this is an inundating week for Australia, but your big day is here. This is the line. This is the line of damage. This is the day you got to beware. Yep. This is your day. Every indication says that this is going to happen, and it's going to be bad, very bad. So your early Monday night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, your fuckery is going to keep you wide open awake, pelting hailstones, waving trees, downbursts. So you won't see the geo moves that might be going on very low because it'll be dark. And what can be hidden from your eyes by people that do not want you to see is anything. There's one small step for man around every corner, and there's another lie brewing in a cup of somewhere right now at a meeting somewhere. Where was him? And he's going, what should we tell them about this? What should we tell them about that? Do you think they'll panic if we tell them about this? Should we be honest about what we put in that? We better not tell them about this. Don't you always hear that in every movie you ever hear about any kind of secret conspiracy type things that are going on? That you accept it when it's in a movie. Yeah, that's just how it is. Well, it's how it is in real life. And if they make fun of it in a movie, you might not believe it's ever going to be real and can happen to you. Well, and as I look at this pressure here in the 17th, we'll do a little bit of a read here. This ain't going nowhere. It can't. There's nowhere for it to go. This is just going to kick up some cold. This one's turning this way is going to bring it in. Your 14 lanes is running right up and over this coastline, which means continue fuckery. And as this bubbles down toward this one, you'll bend a bit. More rain coming. Higher total. So by the time you get over here to the 14th, you can expect near those same totals again to be showing up on the map. I have never in my life seen any one country have to suffer so much rain after rain after rain, as if they're being punished for doing nothing wrong, as Australia has gotten since February, when they murdered those people in the northern rivers and still have not properly reported their deaths. And with that said, I will never ever let that go. And they will not die in vain. Because weather vanes may be creaky, but they work and they're honest. Big love. Peace.